All right. The buzz returns. So that's a little loud. The buzz returns back to the back to old Egghead. Doesn't actually look terrible. Definitely, I think part of that's because of the fade and the fact that my eyebrows are a little bit better than when I first got that buzz cut. And it's longer. This is a 12 guard. This is a 12 guard. So it's obviously a longer buzz cut, but bottoms up. We got the notorious Mother Bucker today. So no way! Holy cow! Okay, you guys don't know what I'm looking at. There's a special train here that is rarely ever in town, and it is so cool. I haven't seen it in years. We might have to go check it out. I'll record it. Ugh. It's oddly salty. But there's this train that every now and then comes up from St. Louis to Willow Grove. I have very fond memories of as a kid being around it, so that was kind of cool. But I'll send it to my dad and everything, because he's a train spotter type deal, kind of like me. So I'll see you guys here for that first set of deadlifts. All right. So deadlift went a lot better than I was expecting, and bench was all right, but my pecs started getting like a little like sore, and not in like a nice way. It was like a very, very uncomfortable, painful sore, you know? Holy cow. This wind is crazy. Jeez. Okay. All right, I think we're gonna have to roll up these windows and turn that AC on. But hey, first day with the buzz. I'm actually liking it. I won't lie. I'm liking it. I'm liking the buzz, okay? And here's why. It makes me look like all I do is lift, you know? and makes me look like it makes me look how like I pictured seniors, you know. And so I think my senior year, I'm gonna rock a buzz for most of the year, like this type deal. Maybe a little bit longer, just because I want to kind of cover up my forehead just a tiny bit, like literally half an extra inch of hair, and maybe a little bit thicker eyebrows, and that would be so perfect, because it's a super versatile haircut. You don't need to do much maintenance on it. You just wake up, shower, and leave. There's no, BS behind it. And so yeah. But fortunately, very unfortunately, there is a train, and if it pulled forwards, like, I kid you not, probably like a quarter of a mile, it would have been safe to cross the tracks. But these train drivers, man, they're always just right on the cusp of it being like crossable. So yeah, that kind of sucks. Actually, not even. Maybe 200 feet if they pulled forwards. Yeah, because I'm seeing the ding-dings just there, and it literally probably would have been 200 feet. Not even, no. Not even 200 feet. If it pulled forwards by, like, 50, maybe? I don't even know what we're listening to right now. I know it's something Playboi Carti, but I don't have a playlist. I just have like one or two songs that I click on randomly, and then I just let it fill in from there throughout my workout. So I'm gonna turn this off because I don't like Playboi Carti. I just don't really like his songs, to be honest. Some of them are alright. Okay, here's the deal. I like his old songs. Like back when he was like a really kind of niche rapper, and not even a rapper, when he was like a beat producer, like when he only made beats and there was, not really too much lyrics behind it. Like that's the Carti that I miss, I know there's that. I know there's that song, and it's like, I miss the old Kanye. I mean, I kind of do miss the old Kanye, but I miss the old Carti too, because old Carti's beats were fire. But either way, we're approaching the train track, so that's always a nice sight to see. And this is just one of the parts of living in like a small town. Although I will say it's not very common for most small towns to have problems like this. And the reason is because most of them aren't like railway hubs. Our town was actually founded as a railway hub. So basically, our town is literally exactly like down to the mile halfway between Chicago and St. Louis. So our town was founded so that way it was like almost like a pit stop type deal. So they would come in, change drivers, fill up on coal and water and whatever they needed to do, stay the night here. Passengers needed food, whatever, they stop here, whatever they're doing, right? So it's exactly halfway in between Chicago and St. Louis. So that's why our town was founded, because of the railways. So that's why we have such big problems with trains. It's because there's so many that come through here. The train track that runs through our town is a really, really big one, because that's taking all sorts of stuff from St. Louis up to Chicago, and from Chicago down to St. Louis. And obviously there's other routes, but ours, Villa Grove, just happens to be halfway between which is likely why they stop every damn time. Because you would think that if they're just going on a trip, they would go right through Villa Grove, but they stop every time, literally without fail, every single time. So, but I guess one bonus is that, you know, it gives jobs, and it's a government-backed job, I believe. It's not a government job directly, I don't think, but I think the government backs Union Pacific, maybe, or something like that. Not 100% sure on that, but it seems like an important enough piece of the infrastructure that the U.S. government would bail them out if they're bankrupt or whatever. But that's kind of how it is with banks. Banks are government backed because if they need to be bailed out, they're such a big part of the economy. I mean, the banks are basically the entire economy, so the government will bail them out because they're so important. Because if people, so here's how money works. Here's how money in the U.S. works. In fact, I'll tell you how it wouldn't work too. But here's how it works. Money in the U.S., the banking system, and this is pretty much across the world, but at least specifically, I'm just talking about in the U.S. I don't know much about foreign banking, but in the U.S., money is just a figment of your imagination, basically. And that's, I guess, that can be said for any type of money, but what I mean by that is that when you have money in the bank, that's not your money. They take your money, they lend it out to people for loans. They invest in stuff. They trade. So they used to trade mortgages. I'm pretty sure that that's now illegal, and if not illegal, a very gray area controlled by the FTC. So, and maybe another what's it called? Ah, crap. It's something. It's an acronym, and it's the same acronym as another really big important one, something maybe military or something like that. It's not like FAA, but or no, it's it's football. It's a football. It's a football conference. It's the what's it called? Why am I blanking on this? Can't remember it. But it's another thing that, you know, monitors trade and stocks and money and all sorts of confusing stuff like that. But either way, the money you have in the bank is just a figment of your imagination. It's not there. Your money is being spent by the bank to loan. It's being loaned out to people who are requesting loans. It's being used for trading and investing and stuff like that. And the banks only keep it's something maybe between I don't know the exact number. I want to say it's between 5 and 15% of anyone's money. Maybe even lower than that. Maybe 1 or 2% or something like that. But they only keep a very, very small percentage of your money. And so basically, it's not like they only keep $100. That's not what I mean. They have 1 million customers, and each one puts 50,000 in. Then then they have 1 million sets of $5,000 that belong to each individual person that are there as insurance in case someone needs to withdraw money from the bank. And so, but if everyone goes and withdraws money from the bank, then the banks fail because they can't support that. So they have to sell their investments, they have to sell mortgages, they have to do all sorts of stuff to get back that money, or they'll shut down. And the government will allegedly give you your money at some period in your life, or in your kids' lives. So because the government is very slow. So yep. I mean, it's a crazy machine though. Like, people don't realize like how much like of it. It's an intricate. It's almost like a living organism. Like the government and the economy. It's just it's so crazy. It's so intricate. There's so much detail to it. So yeah. But I'm at home and I am late for Lucas Shadwick's Bible study. So I gotta hurry up, get inside, get showered, change, and head over there. So I will see you guys for tomorrow's workout, which will be bench and squat. So, yep.